All right, guys, so we are headed back into Juniper Prairie Wilderness. Haven't been here in a good while. I've been really wanting to get back out here, but it's been so hot. And as luck would have it, it's still hot. Like 95 degrees. But sometimes you just got to do it. So we are hiking in. It's going to be a good time. I think we do have some buddies that are going to be coming to hang out with us, so that'll be cool. And tomorrow, if all goes well, we're going to hike over to Hidden Pond and swim some. So that'll be nice too. Not many recent tracks out here. So we have almost abandoned our old campsite because the last time anybody was there, the water source is pretty much completely dry. So I think we're going to be stopping at the pond before we get too far in. And I think that's where the guys plan to camp. And so I think that's where we're gonna just hang out too. So my original plan was to just hike into Hidden Pond and camp. But then I found out that the other guys were gonna be camping out here this weekend. And so I was like, well, that just works out really good so we can hang out, and I'll camp there. And then we'll just try to hike on in the Hidden Pond. Well, this place is pretty overgrown. Hasn't been a lot of trail maintenance through here. Oh yeah. That was pretty cool. I could have almost walked right up to him before he took off. If I hadn't have just stopped, he was just chilling there. I don't know if he thought he was hidden in that grass or what, but I almost could have walked right up on him, I think. It's so cool to be able to get that close to something like that. We've got some dark clouds back there, and the breeze is blowing and it's overcast, and it's kind of shady over here right now. So it actually doesn't feel terrible here, but with those clouds kind of building up, I think I'm going to go ahead and go over here and get set up. At least get my tarp and everything set up pretty quick. And then we'll see what everybody else is going to do once they get here. But I think we're going to go ahead and get on that other side over there. That's where we typically try to camp. I'm not sure exactly how many people are coming. Might be 6 or 7 guys. So I'll go ahead and try to get set up over here in a way that's not going to be a problem for anybody else, you know. Man, I've missed this place. You have one of those places where you can be gone for a little while and you get back there And it's just like coming home. It's like, man, I have really, really missed this place. That's what this place is for me. There's, looks like like a little gator hole right there, a little wallow area. And there's some trails in that grass, so we're gonna have to be careful getting down to the edge of that water to get drinking water. So no different than any other time here in Florida though. Boy, that scared the life out of me. I wasn't paying attention, and there he was. He was right there in the edge of the grass, and when I walked around that tree, he splashed and jumped back in the water. I don't think he's very big. I was hoping to see it pop back up, but actually, that might be him right there. Let me see if I can zoom in with my phone. Couldn't really zoom in on it with my phone. I got a picture of him, but like right over here, you can just see his head. Little bitty guy, maybe 2 foot long, 2.5 foot long maybe. That's Florida for you. They are never far away. Like that running joke says that if you leave your door open too long, there'll be a gator in your bathtub. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you get the point. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably set up between these two trees right over here. Should be some shade in the afternoon. I don't know. Now that I look at it, I'll have to find somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it says 98 degrees. Well, I know that this water isn't gonna last forever, and we know there's a little gator in the water there, so instead of getting too close to the water, I decided to make us a little dip. And this way, we can reach out a little farther anyway, and get to a little bit of that clean water that's a little further out. And because right along the edge there, it gets kind of mucky, so made us a little dip on a stick, and that should come in pretty handy. So Randy's made it, Ken has made it. We've got a few more people I think that are coming this evening, and we've just been chilling here, kind of staying in the shade, but honestly, with the breeze blowing and it being overcast, it hasn't been bad at all. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that if it stays like this, it'll be a pretty nice weekend, I think. As he wipes sweat off his forehead. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I came over here to make sure that my hammock was all set up right. And I laid down in this hammock and I knocked out. I probably slept for an hour and a half over here. The breeze has been blowing nice. You can hear it. It's just the breeze is blowing nice through here, and just the sound of that breeze through the trees, and then the frogs and everything on the little pond there. It was the perfect storm. I was done. But we're starting to get to a point now where I'm gonna have to start making me some dinner. So this weekend I decided to just take it easy, and so I've got some dehydrated meals, and so all I'll have to do is heat me up some water. But I've kind of not been doing that for a good while now, but I decided this weekend I would kind of do more of a backpacking style trip as far as my kit. I don't have a whole bunch of extra stuff, and I just brought dehydrated stuff to eat. So it's always fun when I do these trips to just use different setups. So this week I've got my nature hike pack. I've still got my hammock and everything, but I did bring my little camp chair, and didn't bring a whole lot of extras. I brought my little BRS Hornet stove, just something a little different than what I've been doing. So it's fun though. It's fun to do that. But I think now it's time for me to go over here and get me some water boiled up and make some dinner. Alrighty, so for dinner we have a Peak Refuel, and this is the American Buffalo Goulash. So I've been wanting to try this one. I've had it for a little while, and I've been saving it because, like I said, I haven't been doing freeze-dried meals. But I figured this weekend, since I'm doing kind of the backpacking style, we'll try the Peak Refuel. So got to get me some water boiling and get this soaking, and we'll see how it is. Alright, so we have got it, all the water put in here, and I've mixed it up real good, kind of mashing it around a little bit, make sure I get everything incorporated good. And we're going to set this off to the side and let it rehydrate. All right, so let's see how this does. I got the, like I said, this is the American Buffalo Goulash. It looks good. It's all incorporated. Looks really good. Yeah, that's a good one. For me, these freeze-dried meals can be hit or miss, but that one right there is really good. So if you're looking for a good one, try that one out. All right, guys, so that was a really good day. Had a really good dinner. I really enjoyed that little freeze-dried meal. But I've had a good day, and it's time to get some good rest. I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, coffee. I needed that this morning. Needed that coffee this morning. Didn't sleep the best last night. I had the head into my hammock a little bit too low. And instead of getting out to fix it, I just kept maneuvering around in the hammock. And so this morning when I woke up, I had a little bit of a headache. But that coffee should help knock some of that out. Here in a little while, I'm gonna have to dip some water and filter me some more water out to make my breakfast. But the little gator's just hanging around. He's right there at that same spot again this morning. And he ain't wanting to back off and leave, so I don't want to mess with him too much. If I have to, I'll find somewhere else to dip water from, because I don't want to harass him, you know. But I'm sure if I go down there with a stick to dip water, he'll probably scoot on off into the pond. So but this morning, I think I've got a mountain house. I don't remember which one I got. I think I got the egg scramble, which is pretty good. But this might be one of those days where I take another nap in the middle of the day. I'm getting to be that old man that needs a nap. But that's okay. I think we've got a few more guys that are going to be showing up today. And I think we're going to try to walk over to Hidden Pond in a little while. We'll see how that goes. That'll be pretty nice there.
You shall not pass!
What are you going to do?
Okay, got full pan.
Got some Spam for breakfast, so I didn't end up making my breakfast scramble. Anton made some Spam, and it's the maple Spam too, so it's the good stuff. So I'm not eating the breakfast scramble this morning, we're having Spam. So as you can see, the temperature's already getting hot. It's like 85 degrees. And right now with the way the heat's building up and stuff, and I've been drinking a lot of water, I've got to kind of get something back in me. And so if you guys follow the channel for a while, we've been using Element for a long time. And Element is a big sponsor for Wild Camp. And so if you guys don't know about Wild Camp, I'll leave a little link right here. You can check it out. But that'll be coming up at the end of October. And if you're into camping and you're in Florida and you want to come to a good event, that's a good one to come to. So, but we're going to be adding some of this. This is the watermelon salt. That's my personal favorite. But the Element definitely is a acquired taste because it is salty. But like, I'm going to be drinking a bunch of these today. So instead of putting, you know, like one of these in a 20-ounce water bottle, I'm going to put it in this bottle, and it'll make it a little easier to drink. But these things are great. Like, we're going to be sweating a lot out here, and this gets those electrolytes back in your body. And it's no sugar. I think it's 1 gram of carbs or something in this thing. So they are good and good for you. So I'll be adding this to my water. And this is the water that I have filtered out of the pond there, so it has a little funk to the taste of it, and this will help that too. So it's good.
I bet I couldn't even. It's burned through there and everything. I couldn't find it. If I did, it was outside the tent tomorrow somehow.
Under the wheelbarrow.
Under the wheelbarrow,
yeah.
the wheelbarrow curled up in a fetal.
Just you and Randy pickies.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm the only one of the group that decided to go ahead and hike the hidden pond, so that probably shows me the least intelligent one of the group. But the whole point for me this weekend was to hike out the hidden pond and swim a little bit. So I'm heading over there. I haven't been to hidden pond in a long time, so. It has been a minute since very many people walked through here. The trail isn't even worn down anymore. Wow. Wow, man. Really overgrown. So it is end of summer, so it would make sense that this trail hasn't been traveled very much in months. But man, it is way overgrown. I've never seen it so overgrown. It's about time for somebody to organize a group hike through here, maybe the hidden pond, and do a trail cleanup day. That would be kind of cool. Maybe we could talk to the park rangers and see how you go about setting something like that up. If it's possible. I know they've got the Florida Trail crew that comes out and does it, so maybe that's something that you can't just plan and do. But it might be cool to put together something like that if it's possible. A day we could all get together and bring your pruning shears and trim part of the trail and end up at Hidden Pond and camp for the night or something. That might be cool. Wow. That's kind of crazy now. Well, that's interesting. Something ripped that limb off. higher than I can touch. It's pretty interesting. So I intentionally opted to not bring my poncho to hike the hidden pond because I looked at the radar and there was nothing showing on the radar, and so I felt pretty comfortable not worrying about the poncho. And now we got some clouds building up, which only makes sense in Florida, but I should have just went ahead and brought the poncho anyway. The thing doesn't weigh very much, but live and learn. I know better. I knew better, but I did it anyhow. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. I didn't have my camera on, I was just walking, and I come right through the section right back here, and then all of a sudden I heard something crash through the trees. I don't know if it was a deer or a bear or what it was, but I know it scared the heck out of me. It got my heart pounding. I don't see any tracks so far, but I just keep calling out to see. I don't want to accidentally walk up on something and spook something, especially a bear. Whatever it was pretty big though, because like it was crashing through the brush. That's interesting right there too. So something or someone put that stick right there. It didn't come out of the top of any of these trees. Stuck right up there. I hear you. I know you are here. And then you hit the sandy section. It's my least favorite part of this trail. Lots of tracks through here, but not a single other human track besides mine. Lots of deer and bobcats, some coyote tracks. Haven't seen any bear tracks yet. Does that buzzard know something I don't know? Alright, well, we are almost here. Boy, it looks low. Really low. So I've already been out here swimming for a good little while. There was 2 other guys here when I got here, so I didn't want to get them on camera and bother them. So really nice guys though, had a good time talking with them. And they hiked in from Juniper, I think. And so they've got like a 5-mile hike ahead of them. They're about to head back out. But we've been hanging out here in the water for a while. I'm all pruny already, but it's cool. We've had a little gator with us the whole time, just about. He's just a small little gator like at the other pond, but he's just chilling. Every now and then he'll pop up somewhere over here. And we did have a great big soft-shelled turtle swam at my feet earlier, but it's not as cool and refreshing as I hoped it would be. It is a little warmer, and there's a lot of the muck in the water, but we just been kind of pushing it out of our way and stuff. But there's some clouds above me, and it did rain for a little bit earlier, which was really cool. It was a sun shower, and it was like really sunny, but the rain was on the water and everything. But my camera was up there, and I didn't bother going to get it. But it was neat. I was just sitting here in the water, and it was just raining all over the top of the water, so it turned out really cool. I wouldn't say that this was the best idea, because I still have to hike back to camp. And that was a decent little hike. It seemed a little harder than I remember it in the past. But like I said, it was a lot more blown in and overgrown and stuff. So it was a little harder than it was in the past, I think. But now I've got to get out of the water and hike all the way back. And then by the time I get back to camp, I'm going to be all hot and sweaty again. That's all right. It was still worth it though. It's a nice little spot. It was nice to get in the water and cool off for a while. but I think that we have got some storms coming. I think it's probably my best bet to go ahead and get out of here, get dried off, and get headed back to camp. Wonder if we can beat that back to camp. May have stayed a hair too long. Look over there. So what makes it an adventure, right? Well, I guess that answers that question. Thunder and lightning is not my favorite. Might say it put a slightly extra pep in my step. Well, I guess if I'm looking on the bright side, at least I won't be hot and sweaty when I get back to camp. I might be wet, but it won't be sweaty and hot. So, silver lining, right?
It can be. It depends on what you got. So I had a little bit of a honey hole with there's a market right near.
Well, we made it safely back. So the rain actually made the walk back really nice. Not so much the thunder, but the rain. So I got dried off and got my clothes changed, and I am feeling a lot better now. So hopefully it'll stay overcast now and start cooling off this evening, and it'll be a good night. But I think I'm gonna go ahead. I didn't eat anything for lunch today, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me a little something to make me for lunch. And the guys are here, so I'm gonna go hang out with them for a little while, and then in a little bit we'll get ready and make some dinner, and that's gonna be pretty good tonight.
What'd you lose?
I thought I had a bunch of smaller sticks, but I think I just dumped them all in with this.
Off to your right, yeah.
Nice job, Jamie.
It's almost like I've done it before or something.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're gonna make it through the night now. I'm convinced we're gonna make it.
I think we're gonna live.
All right, so I did a little carving today. Jimmy taught me a little bit of something with the gouges. So he brought some gouges for me to use. Got a little more detail in the hair this time. And I decided I wanted to do just half a face on this thing. Turned out pretty neat, I think. This is probably my best cottonwood bark. That's what this is. cottonwood bark carving. It turned out pretty cool, I think. All right, so we got us a thunderstorm going, and it's whipping, but it should be pretty quick. It's not supposed to be here for very long, I don't think. So hopefully it'll blow through pretty fast and won't be too bad for too long. Yeah, I could be wrong. This is a pretty rough one. Woo! Wow. I'm staying relatively dry. I do get every now and then a gust of wind comes through and hits my legs, and I get a little bit of, you know, moisture blowing through there, but not terrible. But I'll tell you this tarp is on the edge of not being enough for Florida, like in these rainstorms. The bad thing is I was fixing to start making my dinner, but I think I'm gonna hold off right now. Catch some fresh water though. Seems like it's setting in. Hopefully it'll blow on through pretty quick, but this could be one of those storms that lasts for a few hours, and that's gonna suck if it does, because I haven't cooked dinner yet, and I've got my hammock, as you can see behind me, tied up to the ridge line to keep the rain from blowing in under here on the hammock. And so that's gonna make a long night of me just sitting here in this chair if it gets setting in like this. But it is what it is. If it does, it's just something we got to deal with. But on a bright note, my cup of fresh water over there is completely full now. That's okay. This is another one of those things that this is what makes it an adventure. If everything went right, it wouldn't be an adventure. So. Plus, there's just something about sitting under a tarp with it raining. Not bad. As long as it doesn't lightning. As long as it doesn't start lightning. All right, there's some nasty lightning now. That is not very comforting. I don't like that. Thunderstorms are okay, but I don't like that lightning. What are you gonna do? So raining or not, I'm getting pretty dang hungry, so I'm gonna make some dinner. So Tonight's dinner is a mountain house. It's the chicken and dumplings with vegetables. And I got some water that I caught from the tarp. I'm gonna boil that up and make it some dinner. Man, I wish that lightning would stop. Pull it out. Don't cook it. All right, now we just need some boiling water. Oh good, the mosquitoes are out. Nice. All right, so our water just boiled. And I have my mountain house here. It says it needs a cup and a third. And I've got about 3 cups of water, or close to 24 ounces of water here. So I'm gonna just kind of eyeball it. I'll go on the lighter side of what I need. There is a dang little bullfrog that keeps hopping around under my tarp here and hopping into my feet. And every time he does it, it scares me. I think there's something crawling up my leg. He's a good sized little bullfrog though. Alright. That tastes pretty good. Whew. Man, yeah. What? You wet? Well, luckily enough, I had enough hot water left to make me a cup of decaf coffee. So for my decaf coffee, I've just got these Folgers crystals. Not the best, but it's the best I can find in these little packets at my local Publix anyway. So to go with my dinner, I'm gonna have me a cup of decaf. That'd be nice. Perfect after a rain. Seems like it's starting to slack up now. Hopefully it'll go ahead and pass us on by. It's been raining for a while. Still lightning though. Pretty far off, but it's still disconcerting to say the least. Well, I better go ahead and get some food in me because this storm that we've been dealing with looks like it's still going to be rolling around for another couple of hours here. And it's going to be a long night, so I'm going to go ahead and eat me some dinner and probably get ready to just try to climb in my hammock and hunker down. All right, finally, for the second time today, coffee. It's not Cafe Bustelo, but it's still pretty good, especially right now. So I think that our mountain house should be ready. I don't know, Might still have some little clumps on top of it that aren't quite done yet. But, I mean, it looks pretty good. Boy, that's tasty. That's good chicken and dumplings right there. The dumplings I might be able to let them go a little longer. Maybe I just didn't put enough water in it, but they're really pretty good. That's a winner right there. Well, the rain has pretty much quit, but it's going to be coming back around. There's still some more that's going to be coming, so I'm getting everything together, and I'll be hitting the sack here pretty soon, I think. I'll finish up my coffee and talk to these guys for a few more minutes, and I think I'm going to hit the rack, so I will see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. So, had a long night last night. It took me a really long time to get to sleep last night. And it rained almost all night last night until maybe 5-ish this morning, which wasn't bad. The rain was a slow rain for the most part, and so it made for a pretty relaxing time in the hammock, but didn't really get to sleep that much. I got up about 7:30 and decided to go ahead and get my coffee made, and I'm gonna pack up and get out of here pretty soon. I got some other stuff I got to do today, so I need to get on the road. The mosquitoes were pretty bad last night, and that's one of the only things that, like, I don't have any protection under my hammock. It's not a double layer or anything, and even though I spray it, the mosquitoes still want to bite through it, so that's one of the nice things about having an underquilt, is you don't have to worry about that. But I think I'm gonna just get me a one of those one wind. I think it's one wind, or it might be one Tigress. They have like a little windbreaker thing that goes under the hammock, and I may get one of those for situations like this. But the thing is, with it being still pretty warm, I want that wind. So that's the reason I've never done anything like that, is because I want the wind. But I also don't want my back eaten up by mosquitoes, so. This has been a good trip though. I've had a lot of fun on this trip. We've had some adversity on this trip, and that's what makes it a good trip. I'm excited for the temperature to start dropping and do a lot more of these trips. The mama gator was up here this morning, and she just rolled right over there. She's probably 5.5, 6 foot long. But when I was swimming yesterday at Hidden Pond, there was another one of those little gators about the size of this guy here, maybe 2 foot long. And he was like, kept popping up just out of range of me, you know, 10, 15 foot away from me, not coming after me or anything, but he just kept sticking close to me around there, and that was pretty neat. Wouldn't have been neat if he was bigger, but that was pretty cool. My water's boiling. That's some good coffee this morning. I need that. That little gator's right over there on the other side of this little bay right here. Sitting right on the edge of that grass. It's the smaller one this time. See if I can get a shot of it for you. This has been a good wildlife weekend. A lot of stuff to see this time. So I got up to go take a picture of something, and I didn't have the camera on, but that gator right over here tried to catch a frog, and when he lunged at the frog jumped over his head into the water. It was pretty crazy. Wish I'd got that on camera. That would have been awesome. But it was still kind of neat to see. It's like National Geographic this morning. But I think it's time to start getting packed up. All right, guys, so we are all packed up and ready to get out of here. It has been a great time. Even if we did have some heavy rain and stuff, it's been a lot of fun. So I needed this. I needed to get out here again. It's been so long since I've been here. I have truly missed this area. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, give it that big thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down there and ring that notification bell so you get notified next time we put out a video. I appreciate you watching. I hope you get out and have some fun. I'll see you next week.